Okay, so now we're going to start on our Romero Brito pumpkin. So we're going to create a pumpkin in the style of Romero. And so hopefully you remember that his style was very colorful. It had heavy black lines and it had a lot of chunked up different shapes, if that makes sense. So we are going to take first, and you're going to do this with a pencil. And you're going to get a pencil and your eraser and your 8.5 by 11 white paper. Okay, and we're going to make a pumpkin. And hopefully this won't be too much upside down. But the first thing you're going to do is right in the middle, leave a little space at the top and a little at the bottom. You're going to kind of make this long kind of bean shape. It gets wider in the middle and skinnier at the end, okay? Kind of like that. Can you see that? That's the first shape you're going to make. And then you're going to go right next to it and make, kind of duplicate that outside edge. Just go like that, okay? Then you'll do the same thing on the other side. And each time you're going to get just ever so slightly smaller. Okay, see how I got smaller? Okay, there's our pumpkin. All right, then at the top we're going to draw a stem. So we kind of go over to the side like this, and then I draw a circle, tall skinny circle. Okay, then I go down like that. There's my stem. Okay, then you're going to take a ruler and you're going to do this in the background. So you're not going to draw through the pumpkin, and you're just going to kind of chunk this up into shapes. So I'm going to go like this. And they don't have to be exact. In fact, if it's more Romero Brito style, if they are not. Some wider, some skinnier. Okay, just kind of make sure they're opened up so you have room to put different patterns and colors in them. Okay, and then some of these bigger ones you want to cut up again. So you want to do something maybe like that, cut it through like that, and maybe over here we'll do that again there. I wouldn't do a lot of these, but I would just choose a couple to break that. Okay, and then a lot of times he did something kind of fun. And that's why you're doing this in pencil, because mine's going to look a little funny because I'm going to be covered up. But he would put like a flower or a heart or another circle. So right here, I'm going to take and I'm going to draw a flower. And again, try to keep the spaces nice and big and open, because that's how Romero Brito's style is. Okay, kind of like that. And then I think I'll take down here. And it looks good if it crosses over into like two different sections of the pumpkin. So I'm going to do a heart down there. And then since you guys are doing it in pencil, you would erase the stuff that's inside the flower or that's inside the heart. But I can't do that. So you would erase that line that goes through there and erase that. But I can't do that. So I'm just going to color it like it's not there. Okay. So this is your drawing. So your next step is to go over yours with the Sharpie, because you want it to have nice and thick black lines, because that's what Romero Brito's style is. So take your Sharpie, go over it nice and even, okay? And then after you've got your Sharpie on there and it's all done, then take your eraser and erase any pencil lines so yours ends up looking like mine, okay? Then you're going to take your crayon and you're going to start coloring these. And some of these can be filled in solid, but you do want to color the pumpkin different than the background. So I would do like different shades of orange patterns in here within the pumpkin, and then do all different colors out there. And so like you could make this one solid and then put stripes in this one, and then maybe do another solid one and then do polka dots and whatever in there. But try to keep your oranges to the pumpkin and then do other colors in the background. Okay, and I will pause every so often to show you how I'm doing. I'm working on one of these tables that's kind of rough, and my crayons don't color real smooth on that. So if that's the case with yours, put a notebook underneath it, or put a few sheets of paper underneath what you're coloring, and that will help your crayon be darker and smoother. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'll pause every so often and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've got the pumpkin colored. So notice I didn't leave any white, and I did patterns, and sometimes I did solids, and everything is in shades of orange or kind of yellows. And I have a big box of crayons here that has a lot of different shades. If you don't have that, you can mix colors. So like if you want this to be dark orange, one of the things you can do is just press really hard with your orange. Then don't press as hard for the lighter stripe. Then like over here, you could color this yellow if you did something like this, and then you can use your dark orange to do stripes. You could color yellow underneath and then color your orange on top to get a slightly different color. You can get a lot of different colors just using a normal 24 box or 12 box of crayons too, just by blending them together. Okay, so then I want you to color your heart and do it in a really different color. And I'm going to put polka dots on my heart. Okay. And it's easier in crayons to put your pattern on first. And hopefully you don't have that line there anymore because you erased it. I just have it because I had to do my Sharpies. Okay. So I'm going to color that in. Totally different color, and that should help it stand out. Okay. So there's that. Notice also I did do my stem, and I did that 2 shades of brown. And I did a pattern in that part and then filled in, going the wrong way, filled in the circle solid brown. Okay, and then I'm going to leave my flower petals white and do the inside of my flower. And I think I'll just do that a nice solid purple and not do any patterns in that, because I really think that flower then will show up really good on my pumpkin and everything else when I do the background. So you don't have to do that, but to have this part done, you should have your pumpkin all done in different shades of orange and some patterns. You should have your stem done with some brown, and you should have a couple little cute little shapes on your pumpkin. Okay. And then that's the end of part 1. And then the next part, we're going to work on the background. All right.